Hello YouTube, my name's Imani. This is going to be a first channel that I'm making. It's going to be about maladaptive daydreaming. I'm going to be talking about it a lot on here to help spread more awareness to the community and to people like me who struggle a lot with this condition. I know I do. But yeah, so let's get to it. The harsh reality about being a maladaptive daydreamer. One of the harsh things about being a maladaptive daydreamer is that you always feel like you're running out of time. You always feel like you're running out of time, and it sucks because you're like, you just feel stuck, you know. I wouldn't necessarily, well, at least I do for me, but you always feel like you're stuck, and you feel like you're so, you're so into it, you're so into that world that you create, that we create, that world that you create, that is so, it's so vivid that it almost seems real. But yeah, you always feel like you're running out of time. And you always seem restless, especially when, as far as having triggers, and there's certain things that trigger me as far as music and car rides and all of that stuff. Another harsh thing about being a maladaptive daydreamer is that, you know how when you're a child and you create imaginary friends? Well, some of those imaginary friends tend to never go away, especially when you grow up. You're kind of always in your head talking to yourself. You're never present in the moment because you're always somewhere off in your mind. Yeah, that's one of the harsh things. And then it's difficult for me because when I'm outside going out in public, or when I'm going out for my walks and stuff, I'll just snap right into it. I'll just snap right into just wanting to talk to myself. I know it seems weird, who's this chick on camera talking? But anyways, yeah, that's one of the harsh things. And then it's you kind of have to well, for me, I feel like I have to hide it. I feel like it's very hard for me to control, because it's as soon as the thought pop up into my mind, I'm instantly, I'll be like, oh, what are you gonna do today? And it's like that person, it's like someone is with you. It's like someone's there with you, like an actual person. But in reality, no one's there with you. It's just you. And that's kind of freaky. Another harsh thing would be a harsh reality of being a maladaptive daydreamer is you feel like you want to escape. Um, yeah, you feel like you want to escape, to not really deal with reality and to have to deal with hard things in this life. Um, it's a struggle because, especially when I'm like listening to music, it's a very honest trigger for me, and not honest, but it can be triggering listening to music, or when I'm in a doing car rides and stuff, riding in cars, and it's just like I just instantly snap into that world that I create. I instantly just be in the zone, especially when I'm listening to music. I could just be in there, be in my room for hours, pasting around, jumping, dancing. I mean, dancing is good for you. It really is good for your mental. It really does help with mental health and confidence. But anyways, yeah. So, um, um, you get so ingrained in it that it almost seems like it's real to you, kind of like the imaginary friend. It's like a child. It seems real to a child, but it almost seems like it's real to you, and you just feel like you need to escape, and you feel like you don't want to be here in this reality, you know? Like, for me, when I was like 10, 11, like maybe 5 or 6 years old, I would always just dreamed about being somewhere else other than the current reality I was living in right now, because I was struggling with things going on in my life, growing up and going through adolescence, and just the hard things as far as with growing up and getting teased and getting picked on by your peers, and you know taking that stuff in. I found that maladaptive daydreaming. At first, I didn't really even know it was a condition until I looked it up like a long time ago. I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't know it had a name for it. I'm pretty sure anybody else who's like me is probably like, um, probably like, we didn't know it had a name for it. But, and just the struggles and of just living every day, you kind of just want to escape into that realm, escape into that reality that you created for yourself, because there everything is better than it is here, right? So, um, yeah, but I just found that it helped me a lot, because it helps, but then it doesn't at the same time. But I just found that it helps me a lot, because I can just be and do whatever I want. I can be whoever I want to be, almost like you're an actress or actor in a movie. You just kind of like, you play all these different characters, and it's like you are these characters. And then you have like alter egos. Like I created an alter ego. She's like an age, because I used to be really obsessed with anime. But anyways,